We have a very special evening. We have a wonderful comedy act, but before the comedy act, we are going to have somebody very special doing his act. So please give a very warm Lansman's welcome to Mike Mantz.
Wow, thank you. You guys are awesome. All right, before I begin, I just want to say a few things. So I've been coming here a long time. I've seen a lot of comedians. And most of them get up here and say something like, man, my career must really be in the decline if I'm playing at Lansmans. Well, I want you to know I feel exactly the opposite. I am on top of the world. Thank you for giving me a few minutes. I really appreciate it. Now, I'm sure everybody remembers my father-in-law, Reg Goldberg. Well, I wouldn't be up here if not for him, so everybody loved him. I wouldn't be up here, so I just want to remember him by telling one of his jokes tonight. So you may not know this about me, but I wasn't born this way. I converted to be Jewish. Now, some people say that when you convert, you're not allowed to tell Jewish jokes. But I say, how long do I gotta be Jewish before I get the jokes? I mean, when I got married, I made a decision to convert. And that was the last decision I have ever made. So I spent a lot of time learning about the Jewish culture. And most of what I've learned, I got from watching you people here at Lansmans. For instance, I wouldn't put cheese on my pastrami sandwich because you taught me the rules. The very first rule that Lansmans ever taught me about Jewish culture is that shrimp is forbidden unless you got it at Frankie and Johnny's. So what I want to do is just share a few observations about Lansmans that I've made over the last 23 years. Lansmans is good with technology. You know that gate up the road? Well, this year, for the first time in history, you can close that gate without using a bungee cord. You know that gate, it's right there near that place on the road where the maintenance guys painted the words, Slav down. And that's right in front of where we used to have a sign that said, slow children. Maybe the maintenance guys didn't want to make the slow children feel bad. At Lansmans, the word circle is a verb. You know, the best thing about circling is that it's so inclusive for everyone on this side of Murphy Road and north of the swimming pool and south of the tennis courts. Speaking of inclusive, everyone's invited to play tennis unless you suck. And then you can always play softball. I hear they're always looking for people. Pickleball is very competitive at Lansmans. It is so competitive that people will try to make you feel bad if you hit a shot that they can't return. You're gonna hear something like, why did you have to hit it so hard? You know I have a bad knee. Guys, it's just a trick. Don't fall for it. They will smash it down your throat if you let up on them. So you may have seen it in the news. It's really unavoidable. So I'm just going to address the elephant in the room. Weed is legal in the state of New York. People's attitudes towards it have changed at Lansmans. It has gone from something that people did in secret on someone else's porch to something that they do in secret on their own porch. You know, kids can't get away with anything at Lansman. If a kid is ever running around, acting crazy, making a lot of noise, their parents hear about it right away. So just last week, there were some kids on my porch, and they were listening to loud music, acting foolish, and they were even drinking alcohol. Well, I don't know who ratted us out to Pam, but me and Dave Corns got in a lot of trouble for that one. You know, there's so many rules at Lansmans. I mean, how do you know them all? Can anyone tell me exactly how many minutes that you can leave your car on the road before you're going to hear about it? So do you know what humble bragging is? No. Well, thank you. Well, humble bragging is when you ask someone a question, but not because you want the answer. It's because you want them to know something about you that you're proud of, but you don't want to seem like you're bragging. So an example of humble bragging at Lansmans? Are your kids coming up for dart weekend? Oh, they're not? How about your grandkids? A grandmother with 3 generations here at the same time struts around prouder than a peacock. You know something I love? I love bungalow tours because all the bungalows are so different. You know, some are new, some are old, some are trailers, and some have mold. But what I love the best is that people show you what they're most proud of. All of their original stuff and where they got it. Like that chair they got from the Pines when it was going out of business. Or their rotary phone right next to the original Lansman's phone tree. I hear Abby still has her certificate from when she was Camper of the Week in the 1st grade. People have been complaining about the acoustics in the card room since before I've been coming here. Actually, that might just be Pam. Martin, can you get her some noise-canceling tiles in there, for God's sake? People love to complain at Lansmans, especially when things change, and when things don't change. At Lansmans, complaining is fun. So my daughter Ellie is here, and this is her very first entertainment because today is her 18th birthday. I'm so proud of her. She's going to Ohio State next year. What's that Yiddish word that means you're just overflowing with pride? Schmitz? No. I'm cavelling for Ellie. Cavelling for Ellie. Melissa and I are just about to celebrate our 21st wedding anniversary. I love you, honey.
I love you too.
Just remember that when you hear this next one. Melissa and I, we get along great now, right? But we had a bit of a rocky start. When we first started dating, and I finally got the nod to go back to her apartment in Brooklyn, I go to her bedroom, and she has got a bookshelf full of stuffed animals. And on the top shelf are big stuffed animals. On the middle shelf are medium-sized stuffed animals. On the bottom shelf are these really tiny stuffed animals. So after the first time we did it, I was proud of myself. So you don't know? So after the first time we did it, I was proud. I said to her, "So, how did I do?" And she said, "You can take any animal from the bottom shelf." Thanks, everybody.